Andrei Tarkovsky was born to a family filled with literature. His father was a poet, and his mother was an editor. He grew up in Russia and is now heralded as one of the greatest Soviet filmmakers. His most famous works are Stalker and Solaris, which are very loosely based on novels. His works are deeply visually poetic and are often steeped in enigmatic symbolism. Tarkovsky is notable for his unconventional use of the medium of film. His films are lengthy and full of vivid long shots that add a dreamlike quality to his works, alongside unique chromatic shifts. Tarkovsky himself said, "If the regular length of a shot is increased, one becomes bored. But if you keep on making it longer, it piques your interest, and if you make it even longer, a new quality emerges, a special intensity of attention." Tarkovsky's works are a meditation on memory, time, and perception. Often his works are deemed confusing, nonlinear, and vague, but that is the human experience of the passage of time. A person does not perceive simply the world outside of them, but also the world within them, something that Tarkovsky allows to play out in the visuals of his films. The surreal images that exist within his world externalize the internal, and cause the viewer to seek out the deeper implications behind these displays. According to film writer Vlada Petric, Tarkovsky succeeds in conveying daydreams about the past and the future through pure cinematic means. Complementing verbal expression by audiovisual means, he achieves a kinesthetic orchestration that is experienced on a sensory motor level, mostly because of his insistent, continuous camera movement through space. Instead of controlling the viewer's attention by cutting from one image to another, Tarkovsky emphasizes the temporal nature of reality, by means of which he transcends the commonplace signification of objects in order to reach something that the naked eye neglects or is unaccustomed to perceiving. As stated by film great Ingmar Bergman, Tarkovsky has managed to capture a dream-like essence within his films. The cryptic symbolism of dreams is mirrored within his work, which leave much to the interpretation of his viewers. The striking visuals in his long shots intertwine natural and unnatural elements, adding further to the surreal experience. The primal elements, water, earth, fire, and wind, are oftentimes highlighted. Tarkovsky also shifts jarringly between sepia and black and white to deep contrasted colors, lingering on lush and verdant greens in particular. These shifts often occur when characters are entering a different world, where the rules of the real world don't apply, and the color schemes reflect this. A prime example of this is the shift from sepia to color when the characters enter the zone in the movie Stalker. Tarkovsky's use of slow motion also adds to the dreamlike quality, transforming seemingly everyday movements into eerie and otherworldly ones. As contrasted to many important filmmakers, Tarkovsky's tracking shots are not necessarily meant to only emphasize movement of the characters. Instead, the long shots make the viewer sink deeply into the environment in which they depict. The audience is made to feel almost as if they are characters in the films, taking in their surroundings. Tarkovsky also uses relatively stationary long shots with little movement of the camera, but still capturing movement within the frame. The emphasis on stillness paired with motion leads to a thoughtful and introspective mood. Tarkovsky's metaphysical themes are embodied within his visual oeuvre and his signature pacing. His works are transcendent in nature, and due to this, he remains one of the most notable filmmakers of all time. In the words of the great filmmaker himself, "Unlike all other art forms, film is able to seize and render the passage of time, to stop it, almost possess it in infinity. I'd say that film is the sculpting of time."